let's just can you move for a little bit? Like we're like way too below the shot.
You want to?
Yeah, like move it for. Yeah, there you go.
You want to like that?
Okay. A little bit more. There you go. Yeah.
All right.
A little better. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rico and Nico in another podcast.
Right.
We're gonna talk about
spoilers.
No,
spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. We're gonna talk about. Oh, we hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching. We are gonna talk about the 11th highest. No, that's not the right word. The 11th most watched movie in this year. No, I mean ever. And the most watched movie of 2022.
Okay, maybe it's that. All right.
The 6th most watched movie in the MCU.
Really?
And it's not even done yet. That's true.
Really?
Doctor Freaking Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
Starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Elizabeth Olsen.
All right.
So we watched it on premiere day in 3D.
Did you ever go back and get that box?
Huh?
Did you ever go back and get that box?
Yeah, I did, remember? And I didn't get it. They were sold out.
But did you get one?
No, if I ever got one? No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not the same because that's the box from No Way Home. It's not actual Doctor Strange.
Oh,
so I was like,
that
it's
makes
not
sense.
the same. It's not the
All
same.
right.
Good idea, but it's not the same.
So
we watched it on premiere day.
Yeah.
On 3D. Very brave of me.
Yeah.
We did well. We didn't drink alcohol at all. And we had very different opinions. So what was your take?
All right. So Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I like the movie. And I'm a little biased at this point because of so much that's come
only
out.
seen it once, right?
Yeah, but I'm biased based on I only seen it once, but I'm a little bit biased. But all right, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the presentation. I enjoyed a lot of the aspects. I didn't really get a chance. I have to go back and watch it a couple more times to really see all the Easter eggs.
You really do.
A couple of things I did enjoy. The 3D part was whatever. And I really felt like the movie was good, but there was two things about it that had me from misdirection. One, from watching all the previews, I legitimately, because I didn't go and watch one of the previews you were talking about, I legitimately
you didn't watch as many trailers as I did.
I didn't, but I legitimately thought that the Multiverse of Madness was really about another version of Doctor Strange trying to rescue what her name was, Christine.
Dr. Palmer, yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it was another Doctor Strange who was collecting powers from other realms to try to save her from dying. I had no idea that Scarlet Witch was the overall villain of the series.
Okay.
So
which is good too, because you got a different takedown.
Yeah, but I'm literally, from what I saw, I was like, oh man, another evil Doctor Strange. I literally thought that their battle together was one of the heights.
Was the climax.
Because when I saw him in the one when the movie started, which I don't like how the movie started. It started right in the middle of action.
Oh,
I didn't like that because
every second of
it threw you into a situation where you didn't really know what was going on, but whatever. And then you saw a version of Doctor Strange die. So you know there's other Doctor Stranges. There's other versions. And then with everything with America kind of going in and finding our world's 626. World 616.
Same one they mentioned in the comics.
Right.
Same one.
So you see that, and then you realize that it's a take from WandaVision, which I didn't watch, but I respect what it is. Motives.
You had to watch
her motives in regards to her children and the idea of it.
They didn't have a big basis for it to justify what she did. A lot of people
but
that.
We
I heard that a lot.
We can understand why she did, but a
lot.
whole movie premise based on she wanting to be with children in a different universe that wasn't hers. The delusion that she
couldn't name her either.
Yeah, of course, but the delusion of that she literally felt like I have enough power to do this. That kind of was like, the movie's about that.
But that was because it was Darkhold.
Yeah, the Darkhold was the additive part that made it the next step. And then the part where they went to go get her help, and I saw that trailer, you literally thought that
what?
When in the trailer when
he's like, hey, you want to help us?
Can you help us? And you in that instant you find out, oh, it's fake. You're the bad guy. Like, oh, okay. It was like all at the beginning of the movie, and then The only part I was disappointed about the movie was that I really thought there was going to be more depth and explanation into the multiverse. I didn't think the multiverse was just going to be. You can go. You can. No. What was introduced in No Way Home was phenomenal.
It was great.
And then his role in kind of pulling that together, and then other people coming from different realms coming into that place, I respected that. It just kind of felt like the multiverse was just it was like the background. And it was like
it wasn't like it didn't give the title.
Yeah, you guys are just jumping through different realities, trying to get away, but then they found a weird way to get back. And I was like, really, the multiverse is really because they talked about it as if it was a thing. The multiverse is a concept. There are other universes, there are other realities. You're traveling through other realities. The multiverse, it is a thing. It's a place where you travel. So they referred to it as if it was all tied in together. Like you have to do certain things in certain universe to make certain things happen. No, she's just breaking through and kind of jumping through different apartments in a building.
Like American Shop would say, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. Wanda didn't get killed as the villain.
No, I mean she's way too powerful. She couldn't just go out like that.
And
somebody huge has to kill her. Like
and I was kind of like, she's not a great character for me, but like she as far as villains, because I didn't really watch any of the Thors. I didn't watch the.
You showed us a little behind on his MCU.
Yeah, I kind of know whatever. The Thors, the Guardian of the Galaxies, but and then what's the name? Ultron. Those all were lackluster. There's so many lackluster villains.
You watched them or you didn't?
I did watch them, but there's so many lackluster villains in the MCU that I'm like, she kind of like, whatever. Did a whole big shrine with her, and when she said, "Oh, this is not a," when they went to that weird place, and she
when they went to the Wonder Mountain.
Yeah, and it was like, "Oh, this is not a shrine. It's a throne." But she had no desire to rule. She just wanted her children. I'm like,
yeah, that was kind of like
some of that stuff has felt really cliche, but. I will say, and I'm gonna let you take over because I'm talking too much.
Yeah, I got something to say.
As far as choppy, I read things afterward, and they were like,
Do you think you agree now a little?
I do agree. As far as I see what you talk about the choppiness.
Yeah.
It was definitely unorganized when you look at the overall plot. They had to really. It seemed like it was going one way. Like I literally thought that it was evil Doctor Strange versus one universe of Doctor Strange against another, and other.
No, that's what a lot of people thought.
Yeah, and I was like, but when it was that, I was like, it definitely felt like it was written one way, got changed into something else. And the only thing I would say, I was
not a bad theory.
Yeah, only thing I came away from that movie really enjoying was it was a good theatrical put together. Benedict Cumberbatch was a little bit dry. I thought Wong died. He didn't. And
a lot of people thought.
Yeah, and then the Illuminati. That's it. The Illuminati was like the most dope. I want to see our Illuminati, but it was good to see a representation of the Illuminati. So
absolutely. The first time I watched the movie, I thought it was BS. I didn't because the thing is, I watched.
And you've seen all the trailers.
All of them, more than once. So that wasn't the healthiest for me to come in and watch the movie, because I've been watching trailers since freaking December, and I've been expecting this movie for 6 months straight every single day.
Wow.
Every single day. So I feel like I knew too much.
Fair.
And not only did I know too much, but I was too in it. Like every day, okay, a new trailer. Oh, one has to come out in a week. Oh, let me watch this one again.
Mm-hmm.
Or watch YouTube videos talking about what happens in the comics and what. It was always the movie. So that didn't help me. I know Sam Raimi did. He said his movie was 2 hours and 40.
Wow.
But he kind of gives that project to Kevin Feige, and he kind of decides what the thing is, and then they do the reshoots and then come out with the final
because they always make a lot.
So they went to 2 hours and 5.
Yeah.
So the whole choppiness and the movie feeling unorganized or shit like that, I don't blame him on the director.
Okay.
Also, I feel like you can tell Sam Raimi made this movie. They gave him a lot of freedom to do his thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people said this was legit Evil Dead 4. I haven't seen any of the Evil Dead movies, of course, online horror movies, but
you really go for Evil Dead
tell-
because Bruce is in the movie?
Huh?
Because of the cameo by
What about it?
all right, so the cameo of the hot
The hot dog, yeah.
Bruce
He was
Campbell.
an Evil Dead.
Because he was in it, you thought it was Evil Dead 4, or people say
No, I'm saying I see people say, you know, on YouTube and everything that they felt like it was Evil Dead 4.
Yeah, because you had the zombified
The whole thing that Scarlet Witch did, you know, with the leg.
Yeah, and it
the
was
whole
so
experience,
funny.
It felt like
And it's
Evil
so
Dead.
funny. The Dark Hold is a book, and that's the Necronomicon in the Evil Dead.
Yeah,
that's interesting. You know, that is interesting. I'm not, but you know, the
that's the whole thing that Marvel wanted to do. I feel like that was the point. They wanted to make it feel like a completely different movie, and that was the goal, and they got that.
Yeah,
I think it is a PG-13 movie, but people should take that seriously. Like, don't bring in people. I mean, kids under 13.
Yeah, they were really talking about how vulgar the movie, like
they really should.
Like how
it was violent. It was
Illuminati was
scary.
killed. Yeah, and Illuminati was killed because they
killed Captain Carter. Oh, I felt that. Oh, the Illuminati part.
The Illuminati part was rough.
Oh,
because when the movie started and she killed like people that were there, it was like, all right, she just kind of blew them up. And then she tortured him a little bit, but she just held him up. And then when the one monk stabbed the Dark Hole, I didn't know it killed you because she knew if you stab it, it would destroy the person.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I feel like that was real. I feel like it was BS the way that the Dark Hole just they just killed the Dark Hole. I feel like it's such a powerful thing that anyone can just kill it and that's it.
Well, my only thing was weird. There were multiple dark holes in the universes, but only one of those the
one Vishanti.
Vishanti, right? Just like how America Chavez, there's only one of her, but there are multiple versions of the Scarlet Witch. But there's multiple versions of the Scarlet Witch, and the Scarlet Witch in 616 is the ultimate, being and whatever. I was like, it just kind of just overall story. You
felt like it was childish.
I kind of felt like it was too much emphasis and power was bestowed on this story. It'd have been different.
You mean on the story?
It would have been different if Wanda would have, because she didn't touch on the level of how many universes there are. There's a universe where.
Yeah, but she said she looked and she's the only one who doesn't have the kids.
Yeah, no, this is a universe where she would have died and her children would have been orphaned and she could have got those children. Because when we look at probability and possibilities.
There's little bullshit plot like that. But we don't know if that was the point of the movie. And Kevin said, yeah, that's a plot hole, but we're gonna have to leave.
Yeah, we have to ride with it. And we get that.
That's it. It's very complicated.
Yeah, because now.
But imagine what could have happened in freaking 35 minutes. That's a lot. That's 35 minutes.
Yeah,
a lot could have happened. So I mean, that's cool. You can tell Sam Raimi made this movie, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Olsen's acting it was absolutely perfect. She's a great, absolutely great.
How the movie ended, or at least how her
absolutely great.
How she was quelled, and I looked at that in regards to the volatility and the depth of she was willing to destroy realities, to have children, and she never even entertained that you would be taking your children away from yourself, because her desire for what she wanted was so great. She didn't care about what she would cause.
No. And the Dark Hole did that.
Yeah, and the Dark Hole did that. Yeah, but it started somewhere.
It's cool. Yeah.
It started somewhere.
I mean, and remember that's an adaptation of happening in the comics, because Catan, he possessed her.
Yeah.
So they didn't do this because Catan isn't introduced, at least not yet. So the Dark Hole possessed her.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the comics. Kevin put it in the movies.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So I mean, yeah, there's plot holes. Vision isn't there, and Vision was with her in WandaVision.
Yeah.
The whole thing with kids being orphans if she died in one of the universes.
Yeah.
And maybe if all of the universes at that time there were no orphans, maybe she could go to another timeline of another universe, then the kids would have been orphans.
Yeah,
or maybe where the kids are older and they're not with the mom.
And then that would be so in depth.
Anything.
Yeah, and her magic doesn't allow her to make replicas. She can't duplicate her children. She can't make a version of them in this realm. Yeah, because it'd be unnatural.
And that's another thing. Like, why doesn't she just redo it?
Yeah, because you know what? Remember when they said two realities get too close together? You have what?
An incursion. She doesn't give a shit.
Well, no, but think about it. You wouldn't want to create an incursion. you end up pulling some Rick and Morty, having to hop to other realities, and because
No,
you
but I'm
destroy
saying if
your
he
own.
causes an incursion, she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, but where will your children live if you cause an incursion in your reality? You have to go to another reality.
Oh, you mean if she
And you have to be refugee in another reality. So
we gotta discuss a little more the about the Illuminati. I feel like the Illuminati scene was great.
Yeah,
it was great that they put Krasinski as one of the Mr. Fantastic. I feel like that was great. The little that the Illuminati spoke,
yeah,
with the exception of Charles Xavier, which he did have a major role.
That part where he was in her mind and he was trying to free her and then didn't work out. That part could have been cut out. That part was just ridiculous. The red cloud in the white room. I was like, what?
Okay, yeah, the red cloud.
That was just,
so the thing with that was the Illuminati were dope, but they showed them as being a little arrogant, but at the same time, in their universe, the Scarlet Witch isn't as much of a threat.
Yeah,
their Scarlet Witch was Doctor Strange. So I kind of see the arrogance of it. I didn't like it at first, but then I was like, no, I feel like he was okay.
Yeah,
it wasn't necessarily arrogance. They just didn't care about it as much.
Yeah, because I remember they said that Thanos wasn't the biggest threat to them, or they beat him, but they had to kill what's the name. I was like,
when Wanda killed the Illuminati was what I've wanted since Olsen came in is the exact thing she did in the movie. Absolutely insanely powerful, a villain, evil, and I got that. So now I'm good. I got that off my shoulders. I've always wanted that. I want her to be evil, not give a crap, kill everybody, and show how powerful she is. Like she's not like a good Avenger. No, like she's very powerful and she can take. I'm
trying to see about her.
I love it.
Her version. Her versus.
She's hot as
her versus like the Dark Phoenix and. I just feel like
she's like the Dark Phoenix.
She's powerful. I just don't feel like it's really warranted. Like she shouldn't be that powerful. She shouldn't be. I'm like,
she's a witch, bro.
I'm like, even from the days of Ultron, the Age of Ultron, she was whack to me. She's still whack.
They couldn't give her a major role.
Yeah, but she's still whack. She's still whack to me.
No, I know she was back then, but
she's still whack now.
Since you haven't been as familiar with the MCU, she's come a long way.
She has. And she's
you still see her the way that
she still encompasses whackness.
That's why you don't feel her right now.
She's
you haven't watched WandaVision.
Yeah, she's still whack.
She's not as little as she used to be on Age of Ultron. Like she's different now. Huh?
Whack.
No, she's not whack. You need to watch WandaVision.
You know what? You know what? They can't bring back Quicksilver what we do for the movie. They got to give him one for the X-Men movies, which would be weird. But it was a good movie though. It was a good movie. It adds to the MCU. It doesn't take away from the MCU.
To the MCU.
Yeah,
it's
definitely not a Thor dark
World,
Dark Elva, dark whatever that was. Garbage.
I don't remember that one. Boy, I think Natalie Portman was in it.
Yeah.
She gets like possessors.
Boy, and Natalie Portman coming back and
no, screw that.
First of all, you used to be what was you a Natalie Portman? Or was the chick remind me from
who I liked?
Yeah,
probably.
Don't even remember.
So I think Elizabeth Olsen's acting was great. I did feel like it was choppy. The first time I watched it, I said it was choppy. Said it was BS. It felt uncomfortable. It didn't feel like it was a Marvel movie.
Didn't feel like it was a Marvel movie
at all. It just to me is like another studio that licensed everything and made the movie. That's legit how I felt, and I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, because it was really a standalone, like from start to finish. Doctor Strange was doing everything on his own, and there was maximum threats. He didn't call in to anybody.
I don't think that's how it made me. I don't think that's why I feel that way. I feel like it's just because it's handwriting.
Yeah, but you'd have thought that for the threat that she posed,
if he made the Avengers, I would have felt the same way. With all the Avengers together, I feel like
maybe so.
I feel like, and then I also said it felt childish. I didn't like the music. I didn't like the music the first time she dream walks. Like they show like this dream walking and stuff when she takes over the first Wanda.
Yeah.
They I don't know if you remember, but they were playing like that guitar, like that did not go with, like it should have been something dark, like scary. She's about to possess
Like
someone
something
from another universe.
orchestrated.
Yeah, it felt very childish. I hated that. I hated that music in that. And that
So what
movie.
about the part where Doctor Strange was fighting the other Doctor Strange and they were doing the notes?
It was the stupidest thing.
I love that
ever seen in my
part.
life.
I love that part. I love
It
that
was
they
the
use
stupidest thing I've
actual
ever seen.
orchestrated pieces to battle. That was tough to me.
Okay, it was good, but not for this moment.
Yeah, it was that little part right there. I was like, I got the novelty.
It was good for
but I was
somebody
like,
else.
yeah, you know what? It went a little long because they went back and forth at least like 3 or 4 times, and I was like,
I don't think the fight was long, but
yeah,
I felt that fight should have been a little more important.
Yeah, or if I should have had a little bit more, or like they should have had more diverse magic because they literally only fought with music. Out of everything in their repertoire,
they didn't show how powerful the other dude was, and I
like,
really wanted to see
they didn't
that.
show how powerful the other dude was. He really should have used a lot more dark magic. And if the dude had
exactly.
if he had, and that's another thing I don't like. The wonderful book that got burnt up,
the
Vishanti, right? The Vishanti. It turned out to be garbage. It dropped. It was done. It was like, that's it. I felt like that.
That's what I said about the dark.
Them trying to go to get that
book. It was a bigger deal than they made.
Yeah, them working so hard to get that book. They got it. They didn't use it for anything. It didn't. It was like a plot device.
No, but they didn't have time.
Yeah, but
because one that got there,
they
didn't close the door.
They didn't close the door. That blew my mind. Like, yo, close the door.
Oh, and remember, if they closed it, if she didn't have the watch, she couldn't even come in. I just thought of that. They should have just closed the door. She doesn't have the watch, and you win, and that's it.
Babbage. But yeah, but that's
I just thought of that.
But that's true. That's movie.
And then the second time around, I did like it a lot. It just felt amazing. It didn't even feel choppy.
Because you already seen it. So you took the initial hit and like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Because everyone who went in the first time, and everyone I've talked to, and a lot of people on YouTube say that you need to watch it a second time because it just feels weird. So the second time I went in, I remember my cousin told me, you gotta go a second. I mean, she wants to go a second time to watch the movie for what they wanted the movie to be, because everyone had their expectations and they said, oh, Wanda's not the real villain, maybe Mephisto comes out, the evil Strange is the main villain, blah blah blah, but none of that happened. So now you watch the movie for what the movie is, and then you enjoy it.
Yeah,
she was 100% right. I really like it. It's not my favorite, obviously, but I really like the movie.
Yeah, you know what? And I guess
I'm gonna watch it a third time.
Yeah, I guess if you go in there with really strong expectations, you're gonna get set up. Yeah, you're gonna get set up for disappointment. Me, I did like the movie. I did like a lot of the nuances that I saw, but like I said, I literally had a different expectation as far as the villain than what I got.
No, everyone.
And then
I thought the Scarlet Witch was gonna realize that what she was doing was wrong and help Doctor Strange fight the evil Doctor Strange.
Yeah, like something like that.
Something
or
like
that. Or I thought she might have snapped, and if it would have caused like a incursion, it would have killed those children, and then it would have broke her psyche. And then it'd have been like then it would have been a multiverse of madness.
Yeah,
like, can you imagine if that would have trickled out and all the children across the multiverse would have died, and all the Wandas like literally go ape shit? That would have been madness. That would have been another movie, you know.
Yeah,
and then I was really expecting a lot more of the visual scenes. Like, you know, when you watching the first Doctor Strange and when you saw No Way Home, you got to see the whole world like flip over on itself. And this one, you really didn't see.
Oh, like make it like a bigger deal.
Yeah, the only time you saw that was the sequence where they were falling through different realities, and then you went to that weird New York that was like I gotta say,
futuristic.
It was more like super green. Like I saw what they were really saying.
Like where Mordor was.
Like where they wanted New York City to be more covered in plant life, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a health conscious New York. All right, there we go.
That's probably because Mr. Fantastic was in it. You know, he's very smart and stuff.
No,
there were theories going on around.
Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. Hopefully they get a decent Fantastic Four movie now. Hopefully, and
we'll see if he's in it. To me, he's still Jim.
Yeah, he's still.
I can't forget him.
But it'd be dope. It'd be dope if he was, because Reed Richards could be a little stiff.
Hopefully they don't make Emily Blunt sue, because I'd be so pissed.
Emily Blunt sue.
That's his wife.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I just wonder who will be Human Torch and the Thing again. Like, I would want another Thing and a good Hulk, but Hulk is his character now was just so, you'd have to have something.
People are traumatized from that first Hulk. They don't even believe in him.
No, the Hulk is dope. That second Hulk was dope, but since Hulk became intelligent Hulk, you have to, how would you regress him back to like, Joe Fix-It, Red Hulk?
They can do that with some traumatic thing from the past. They make up and shit. I think they can do that. I don't know how well they would, and how people like it, but they can do it. Yeah, they can do it.
An Abomination leader.
And Abomination is going to be on She-Hulk. That's confirmed.
Maybe She-Hulk can bring the Hulk back.
Yeah,
that'll be something.
She-Hulk 8, I think it's going to go early next year. I also remember a lot of people say that I'm biased because I love Elizabeth Olsen. She's the love of my life almost. And besides Emma Watson. And a lot of people said, I went to watch a Doctor Strange movie, but you got a Scarlet Witch movie in the Multiverse of Madness. So what do you think of that? Do you think that's true?
What we got a movie was really heavily focused on. Yeah, it was really. That's why I feel like the movie was choppy, because every main character was kind of separate. They tried to build a relationship between Doctor Strange and America Chavez, because they shared things about their family and his dad Christine, and they tried to put a pairing with Christine, but it was so late in the movie that it really didn't stick. But pretty much you got a pursuit movie. You got a movie of pursuit. So you automatically come into the movie seeing them running. You see Doctor Strange with America.
I feel like that sets a pace in your mind that okay, they're
always
going
running.
to get
and then what happened was it turned into Wanda she's the predator. So the movie becomes about her. It doesn't become about saving something or protecting or stopping something. It literally becomes like the Terminator. You ever seen the Terminator?
A long time ago.
All right, the Terminator.
So do you think if there's a predator, the movie's about the predator? I don't think I watched Jurassic Park and I'm like, oh, the movie was about the bad dinosaur.
No,
think about
it. Think about it. Think about it in the movie Aliens or Predator or Jurassic Park, the movie ends up being about the thing that's it comes about the antagonist. It comes with the antagonist. So in this situation, like, look, when you look at the first Doctor Strange movie, it was about Doctor Strange coming up and beating an enemy. In this situation, it's Wanda pursuing the girl. The movie becomes about her.
Oh,
so
I see that difference.
Doctor Strange is just doing what he can to stave her off. He never took a commanding lead in the movie. He was always just trying to say, "Oh, I figured out this one with this girl. What are we gonna do? We really can't stop Wanda because she's this powerful."
Like it's like she's going against them. He's not protecting
the girl from her. But she had already kicked it off. From WandaVision, she had already started the process. So think about it. She's literally the predator.
I think I do agree.
She's a Terminator. The thing about it is like a Terminator. The Terminator is coming after John Connor, right? The movie's not John Connor. The movie's not Sarah Connor. It's literally you're trying to stop the Terminator. The Terminator he's already come to your time. He's coming after you. You're figuring things out about the Terminator, like you're figuring things out about Wanda. But she's relentless. She's coming. You're hopping around and trying to get away from her. She's coming, and you're putting up barriers in front of her, but she's destroying things to get to you. The only way you're able to resolve it, is basically they were able to stop her in a way. In the Terminator, they crushed the Terminator to try to stop the loop.
They couldn't even stop her in this movie.
Yeah, in this movie, they did stop her. They stopped her psyche by exposing her to a situation to where it stopped her. She had to come to the point, the brink point of, are you really going to do this to your children? And when she saw that those children defended their mother, because she wasn't their mother, they weren't going to believe her. She would have to manipulate them, wipe their memories, and they would become tools of her, pawns of her. They become property. She knew it, but you said the dark hole. But when the other Wanda said, just know that they'll be loved, she had to console herself because the other Wanda knew, I know why you're here. I get why you're here. Yeah. Now, I would have loved to see one Wanda fight another Wanda, one that's superpowered with a dark hole, and then the other Wanda who didn't have a dark hole, who was manipulated now, trying to take my kids and love with it, and then how power would have came, and she would took the two
But then that would have made it even worse. The whole topic of the movie about the movie being about her. So I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
but that would have been the best thing in the world.
I'm gonna say the only part that Doctor Strange actually took control of the movie was when he dreamwalked, and he took the Darkhold to use the power, because he broke the rules, to then inhabit a dead body. And then it was like, oh, look at the length he's willing to go through to win. Wanda already went through all these lengths to get what she wants. Look at what length he's willing to go through to win and protect America Chavez. That's when he took command of the movie at the last minute. And then we had to think about Wong. Wong had his moment. America Chavez had her moment. Christine had her moment. The Illuminati had their moment. There was so many different people who had their moments all along the way. It was just like, oh, okay, who was the movie really about? But it was about the Terminator. The person who was pursuing him the whole time. That's who it was about. And you saw her. She was unstoppable. Unstoppable. So yeah, it was about her. And him figuring out and him sacrificing it.
I didn't see it like that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And he's the one who got 7.5 million and she got only 2. It's a damn shame.
Well,
she did way more than him.
Come back, man. Yeah, she got orange stripes. Think about how much she got paid. Think about how much she got paid for WandaVision. She probably got paid for WandaVision. Wasn't even make no money off of that.
That's true. Oh, they actually wanted to include him in it, but they took him out last minute.
Probably because
they wanted it to be about her. Oh, and last thing before we wrap up, because this one has been long, which I'm not complaining about. I love it. The Nexus being. I know I see nobody talking about this.
The Nexus
the Nexus being Dio. So in the comics, she's a Nexus being. You remember what a Nexus being is?
No.
So a Nexus being is like the anchor of a universe. So there can only be one Richardo in this universe because you're a Nexus being. So you hold reality here. So you can go. You're unable to go to another universe
without causing.
Because then this one would an incursion or the whatever.
They would collapse. Okay.
Right. So like kind of like all the Infinity Stones. That's who she was in the comics. So I expected, because there was a little funny thing in WandaVision about Nexus. So I was like, oh, okay, so they're telling you that she's a Nexus being also here in the MCU, but they didn't do that at all because she could go to another universe. I mean, not travel, but she could be taken to another universe. I was very surprised.
Nexus usually means a midway point for things to travel, but
no, in the comics, but
it has different meaning. It has you can't leave. Right, so exactly. she's a pillar of that reality.
Right. She can dream walk. She can go into the astral plane and travel somewhere else, but she can't physically go because then the universe will end. Like the universe, exactly.
It's interesting.
So I thought they were gonna do it because the Nexus thing they announced. I feel like they were going to.
Yeah, but then they changed their mind. It's a hard thing to write around. It's a hard thing to write around.
Yeah, it limits them a lot.
Yeah, especially
so they didn't do it. I get it. I didn't like it, but
we'll see what happens with Ant-Man in the Quantum Verse. The Quantum Verse
Quantumania.
Quantumania.
I think it comes out in February.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because that's another universe.
No, and I'm curious to see Kang again.
Yeah, how they go through and then time.
You haven't watched Loki, right?
No. And then variants, and that's all.
No, you have to watch Loki before you watch
It's been a pleasure joining you guys. I know we got a lot of spoilers because this dude right here. And y'all be good. If you're not watching, you slipping. You need to get in this thing. Watch this guy.
We mean the podcast, not really the movie. The podcast.
Watch them both. Watch them both.
Go back and watch the podcast first.
Yeah, watch the podcast first.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.
Podcast. Leave in the comments what you think. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about karma now.
Yo.